Well, great afternoon. You know, as usual, I'm having my matcha latte. Having peach today. Peach. And I've gotten my little bamboo drinking glasses. Now the water I have in here, I have a clay pot that it evaporates water. You keep your water in there and it purifies it and it keeps it relatively cool. It's not ice cold, but it does keep it cool. The evaporation going out through the pores of the vessel keep it cool. So I do like to have those types of things that are, you know, I'm getting rid of things and bringing new things in. And the whole aesthetic with the Japanese thing is you only keep the things you love. And those are the things you keep out around you that have meaning to you, that you just really love it, enjoy it. If you don't love it, you don't enjoy it, get rid of it. So I'm still in the process of getting rid of things, but I do love that, just that handmade clay that I have. You'll see it sitting in the counter. I'm sure you've seen it when I was doing the donabe video. It's that kind of a clay that's got a cup sitting on the top of it. Okay, now that's not Japanese. That comes from, you know, this type of area. And it's the same thing when you get those, you have to season it first. But once you get it seasoned, you're good to go. But it does purify your water and keeps it cool. So, you know, I love those types of things. Now, the latest thing I have coming, I have a couple things coming, and one of them is a genuine solid cast iron kettle, a Tetsubin kettle. Now, if you go to find them, it's really difficult to find one, because you'll find them say, oh, it's a Tetsubin, but they're lined with that, what is it, like an enamel, it's lined, and those you cannot use for cooking for the water. Now the true Tetsubin, like what I'm getting, coming, they're not cheap when you can find them, but they're only for boiling water. You don't make tea in it, it's only for water. And it's pure cast iron. It is not having, you know, I bought one before and it said it was Tetsubin. Well, it's not. It's got the lining. It's a teapot. So they'll say they're Tetsubin, but they're not. They're teapots. The real Tetsubin are tea kettles. They're not tea kettles, but they're kettles that you use just for boiling the water. So I have one going. I'll put the picture of it, the one that's coming, in the post section. And I'll also put in the post section how they make these. And one reason I'm putting up all of these videos today of different artisans and things, kimonos, why they're so expensive. Because it takes months to make one. And 20 people, I think they said, to make one kimono. And I have had pretty kimonos before. Where I used to work, I used to wear a kimono every evening. But some of those, and if you get married in Japan, and you see them wearing these beautiful kimonos. They will have somebody come and dress you, and they go with you to the ceremony because those kimonos are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So they have to have somebody go with you to keep an eye on their investment. They don't want anyone taking off with any of those very expensive kimonos. But again, the reason I'm putting up these things is, people wonder, why are these things so expensive? Well, a good porcelain is expensive, all the work that goes into it. So I just wanted to put in the craftsmanship behind these things and why they're so expensive. And so that's kind of what I'm doing today. Now, I can't wait till this one comes, my water kettle. Now, they say when you boil your water in one of these kettles, that when you're making the matcha comes out with a different flavor. It comes out with a little more sweetness to it. So I'm going to challenge that. And, I'm looking forward to having this true Tetsubin and starting to use it. I'm finding that, the more going back to those things, like doing the clay pot, cooking in it, and, making my matcha things, and having just something that you feel is very special, it does take on a different quality. And so these things that I've gotten mainly are from secondhand. I find them on Etsy, I find them through eBay, and spend a lot of time finding them. Like I said, I have a couple more coming, clay pots coming. I have 2 more coming. One of them is the really heavy one. It's got 2 lids. It acts like a pressure cooker, and it makes the perfect rice. So really interested in that coming and beginning to use it. But like I said, when you're doing that and you're taking that care, it's a meditation. It is something, that you find is so special to have it, and using it takes on a lovely quality. So I can't wait till this Tetsubin gets here. It'll be here this next week. And I think the one that I'm getting is absolutely lovely. And I made sure that this person said this is absolutely a Tetsubin. It does not have that lining in it. It is pure 100% cast iron. It is a kettle. It is not a teapot. It's absolutely a kettle. Now, when you're doing these kettles, you have to do it over an open flame. You have to have a gas, either a gas range or one of those little, ones like I have out in the garage. One of those little gas-powered, butane-powered ones with the flame. You could use that as well. Now, those are nice if you want to sit at the table and you want to make shabu-shabu, cooking one thing at a time. It's good to have those little portable things. That works really well. But anyway, I just wanted to put that up there because I don't know about you, but I really enjoy looking at these craftsmen, and some of them are, especially doing the kimonos, they're in their 60s to 70s, and so many of these craftsmen are going to be dying out, okay? because they're really, I mean, they've been doing these kimonos and things for years, and they don't have enough people stepping up to continue that. So, yeah, I am getting more into, finding these things. And yes, you pay more for it, but it's something you're going to treasure, okay? So it's an investment, but it's an investment that you're not going to be wanting to get rid of. You go buy something at Walmart and it's cheap, and, after a while you lose interest in it. So it's better to hold off and get something that you'll really treasure, that has meaning behind it, okay? Rather than going out and buying a whole bunch of cheap things. I mean, who knows? I may get rid of my electric pot that I've been using. I may use the Tetsubin to make my coffee in the morning, to make my lattes, etc., okay? And I would much rather have something like that than having that electric. So we'll see when it gets here. I'm really excited for that to show up and to be able to start to use it. Just like my other donabes that are coming, I'm really excited for them to show up and to be able to use them. Now, I don't regret buying the one that I have, that little $8 one. I guarantee my other ones I got were not $8. Okay. But again, these are something that I see that I will use, really often. More often than not. I may wind up, again, not using the electric rice cooker that I have. I may start just using, the clay pot ones and things. So I'm making shifts here. I'm making shifts, getting rid of some of the more electric type things and going into something that's more special, more, I've always loved antiques and things like that. Always have loved that type of thing. And so this feels like a good shift for me to just exchange some of these things out. And it feels so much better since I've done my house. Just much more quiet, more open, more zen. Okay. More comfortable. You feel very much more freed up. And just a sense of peace that's there when you don't have all of this stuff around you. Now, also looking at Japan, I love the old house. And I have been in Japan, and I have spent time in the old style house. Then I see these ones that have moved, and now they live in these little apartments. One guy was hoarding. He died next to the door. He didn't even have room to lay down anywhere. And you see that. You're just having so many objects that it became impossible to have a life. Now, I love the old Japanese style homes with the tatami mats. There's something about that fragrance of fresh tatami mats and things, okay? And the sliding shoji. And you sit there when it's cold and you have your feet underneath this table and it keeps warm. And then they make you go in your soaking tub, okay? and it's made out of the wood, okay? It just has such a more gracious feel to life than it does when you're living in this apartment and it's just, you've let go of those things of value, those things of beauty, those things, So yeah, I am making a shift here. I do love my things like the crystals and things like that, the natural type things. I'm enjoying those. And then all the plants, even though a lot of them, most of them here are not real plants because, I take off and I want to go traveling and things, and I'm worried that my actual plants are going to die while I'm gone because, I'm not here to water them every day, so we'll see if they survive. But anyway, so that's what I'm up to today. Just spending time and again enjoying these artisans and just what it takes to make these things and why they're so valuable and why they are so special. And I'm just really happy that I'm at a place that I can, find a few of these, that I can have. Now these kettles, they can be $300, $400, $500. I found mine for a good price. I'm very fortunate, but they can be upwards of that type of price, starting around $300, $400, $500. I've seen them, way, way up in price. But again, if you're looking for these things, you really got to spend the time to spend hours looking to find it. Okay, hours to find what you're looking for. So we'll see. So Ronald is on his way out here again. He'll be here tomorrow. And we continue. We continue getting rid of things. I have a lot of, I'm going through my glasses and stuff. I got rid of most of, all the electric appliances and all that I had. They went out. And I do have some things. I'm going to go through all the glasses. A ton of those are going out. I'm only keeping the ones that are very special to me. Okay? And all the extraneous ones that are just sitting there are going. And then clothing. I've got a lot of clothing that don't fit because of the, gaining weight with the thyroidectomy and all of that. So tons of stuff I have to, I have to get rid of, so I'm still working on that. But it will feel good to have those gone and to have some space. Have some more space. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So anyway, on that note, I'll leave that here. It's time, I think, to close my front door and turn on the AC because it's 90-something degrees out there, so it is getting warm in here. So, time to close that up for now and continue to enjoy my latte. And I think I will go in there and have a chobani, have a little sweet at chobani yogurt because it's made with monk fruit and stevia, so I can have it. I cannot have anything that's the sucralose and things. I found out that it acts for me like regular sugar. cannot have anything with sucralose in it. No regular diet sodas, none of that. I make my own sodas now. Okay? So, yeah, I had to get rid of those totally. Can't have them. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to watch how they make all of these iron kettles, how they've done it for centuries, and look forward to my Tetsubin showing up and making my first latte and my first coffee using the kettle.